using mint chocolate chip ice cream. And the crust is the thinnest layer by far because it can be anywhere from 4 to 10 miles deep, which is very thin considered to all of the others. So you scoop the ice cream into the bowl before you press it. Make sure your hands are clean because nobody wants germy ice cream.
Truth.
So we found it was better to use it with a metal spoon, the back of a metal spoon, and we used about more than half, about 3/4 of the ice cream container. And
So what are you doing now?
so now we're doing the hard shell to represent the tectonic plates and the other things. So then we squirt it, starting at the edges.
Leela. Oh boy. Oh, Leela. We don't want, whoa, child.
So it's helpful if you start at the top edge, kind of cliff, and then make your way in. Otherwise, you're gonna have a big pile of soupy, hard-shelled chocolate at the bottom.
Okay, let's see. What does it look like now? Watch out. Okay, so see.
So it looks. It's okay if it doesn't look perfect because the tectonic plates are all broken up and they're not perfect. So it's okay if it doesn't look amazing.
Okay, and what are we gonna do next?
We're gonna freeze it for several hours or a night.
Okay.
Okay, so we finished the crust and the hard shell chocolate layer. Now we're gonna move on to mantle. And then we froze a few hours today. So these are Reese's Pieces M&Ms. And we sorted them into 3 colors: brown, yellow, and orange. So the brown is going to go inside the mantle, standing for all that rock. It's going to heat it up and turn it into magma. The yellow is going to be for the inner core, which is hot and yellow. The lighter in color you get, the hotter it gets, unless you count blue. So you scoop out the ice cream, and you're putting it into the bowl and putting it on top of the hard-shelled chocolate. This process may take a while, and you'll probably want to take the whole, most or the whole entire container of ice cream and scoop it out and make that into a mantle. So now that we put all the mantle in,
And we left a hole in the middle.
you left a hole in the middle for the inner core and outer core. You're gonna take these M&Ms and you're gonna, well, they're more like Reese's Pieces M&Ms. So you're gonna kind of press them into areas.
And what is that representing?
And it's representing the rock. So now that all the molten rock has been added to the mantle, you're gonna put it in some smoother rock. So we're taking this, starting from the top and drizzling down.
Right?
We finish our hard shell layer, so we're gonna put it in the freezer before we finish our next 2 layers, the inner core and the outer core. Today we are making our final 2 layers of the earth, the inner core and outer core. We're gonna start with our outer core. So we scooped some vanilla ice cream into a bowl on the side, and then we kind of smashed it up. Then we're gonna add about 2 or 3 drops of yellow. You might need an adult to help you with this step. The yellow is to represent that the inner core and outer core are hot and fiery, and they're more of the hottest surfaces on Earth. So now that we've added an outer core, and I put a few yellow Reese's Pieces M&Ms, we're going to start making our inner core. So we're gonna have our vanilla ice cream in the same bowl, and we're gonna add some red to it to make it red.
And why are we adding the Reese's Pieces? What's that to remind us of?
Reese's Pieces remind us of the solid, nickel, and copper.
And iron. Not, yeah, there you go.
So now we stirred this. We added the M&Ms and we're stirring them in. Now I got these little solid edible pearls, so I'm just putting them in there. And they represent the solid nickel and penny. So I'm going to sprinkle them in there. Mix them. So now that we've mixed all of the white pearls in them, we're going to take it and we're going to scoop it into the middle. And then there's not much spreading. Okay, so we finished our ice cream earth and it's frozen. So we're going to take our hands and we're going to rub the outside to get it melting from the heat of our hands.
Back over here, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Now we are flipping our ice cream earth over once we warmed it, and we're going to see if it comes out.
We can see.
So you should be
Can
gently
you see it?
shaking it. Ooh! Can I have the
We've got the crust on the outside.
So there's the green crust
Representing what?
representing the crust of our earth.
Okay. And why does it have chocolate in it?
The chocolate are representing the rocky parts of it.
Okay, ready?
So now when we cut it open, okay, so
Go.
So here's the crust, and all this chocolate is representing all the rocky parts of our crust. And then there's the layer of hard shell chocolate, which is representing the tectonic plates. And then here's our mantle, another layer of hard shell, representing all the molten rock. And then the mantle also has some M&Ms in your outer core with some yellow M&Ms. And it's orange because of the fire and fury of it. And then the inner core is red, and it's representing how hot it is.
And that is your ice cream earth.
And then that's your ice cream earth. Enjoy!